Welcome. Welcome, beautiful souls. Come on in the room. Come on, beautiful souls. It is Coach Dina, your breakthrough guide to clarity, focus, and transformation. Well, those of you who have joined me before know what time it is. If it's your first time watching one of my videos, it is Coffee with Coach D time. Welcome. Welcome again. It is Tuesday, November the 11th. Veterans Day is the national holiday that stands out today. I want to say thank you for everyone who has served or is serving in our armed forces. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your gift. Thank you for your bravery. Thank you for your courage. I appreciate what you've done. And to the veterans that are family, like my dad, my brother-in-law, my cousins, thank you all for your service. Okay, so today, yesterday Cherie was twisted. Today I took her twist down. My hair, her name is Cherie. She's had a name for a long time. I just love calling her because she does her own thing. She has her own mind. My avatar is named Cherie as well. And then AI, when I go out there and utilize AI, I call her Cherie as well. So just letting you know. Something funny before I get into what I want to share with you today. One of the things, and you probably can see the shine on my hands, on my skin. So that is coconut oil. Just one moment. It is organic, extra virgin coconut oil. I had a screening last week. It was just a routine health screening. And they did an EKG. So the nurse who was working with me, black female, she and I started laughing as she was putting the leads on my skin for the EKG. Now, I had already took my shower before I went to that appointment, put on all my coconut oil, not thinking about you're going to have an EKG today. So she literally, she and I laughed because she had to get the alcohol swabs out to wipe my skin so that the leads would stick. I laughed and she said, you know what? I got to remember to tell patients not to put their moisture and lotions on because you know us black women, honey, the skin is going to be soft. The skin is going to be glowing. And it's something as simple as coconut oil. I love it. Okay. I hope you got a good laugh out of that as well. I'm going to take another sip of my coffee because it's nice and hot. And I keep it on a warmer. I have a warmer on my desk that's made for putting your coffee cup. So whatever you're drinking that's hot, it'll stay hot. And you have some temperature controls on it. So let me take a sip. Plus today is nippy out. Today was one of the cooler days. And last night, though, it looks like by the end of the week, we'll be back into the 70s. Okay, so today I have noticed some things on social media. I'm not the type of person to watch the news every day. It's depressing. It's just fucking depressing. And I am an energy absorber. With that means if I were to watch every day the news, major news channels, and listening to what they have to say, or even on social media, reading and listening to all the videos and reels and information that's put out, that negativity really impacts me. So I have to watch that. I want to stay in the know. I never want to be caught off guard because I am 56, about to be 57 next month. Woohoo! My holiday. I love my birthday. Anyhow, I want to be in the know. I want to be aware. However, I know how much to look at and when to pull back. Now, that's a me thing. It may not be you. That's fine. In any case, some of the things that you've heard out there on social media and in the news has been around us as Black Americans, Black women, Black men, Black Americans, wherever you fall, whatever you identify as. For us, this year has been a lot. It's been a lot in our faces. It's been a lot in your communities. Let me just say, we know as Black folks in America that life does extra for us in this country. And we know that because we know racism is out there and it's not even hidden. It used to be, it felt like a time where, you had to read people and read between the lines. Now you don't even have to read between the lines. I've encountered people. I've encountered non-melanated people who have been so bold with what they had to say and what they think about my people who look like me with this brown and deep chocolate skin. And that, I tell you, that brings a weight. Oh my gosh, it brings a weight. It's one of those things that you would not understand if you have not walked in a Black person's shoes. A Black person's shoes. And I need to just right now, for all of my Black kinfolk, for all of my Black brothers, sisters, and everywhere in between, for all of you all around the world, I send love, I send greetings. Yet I'm just going to talk about what I know about being here in the United States. We are living in times that it makes many of us go, what the fuck? Did they just say that? Did they just do that? Like, really? I'll give you a quick example. This was probably, where are we, in November? So this had to be early October, somewhere around there. Went to a favorite spot in the town that I live in. Was meeting one of my beloved sister friends to watch the game. She's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Die hard. And so we were meeting. We had made this a nice ritual routine on Sundays, meet up, watch the game, have some good food. And the particular restaurant that we choose to go to each time we go to, because the food is good, service is dynamic. We know the staff's name there, the bartenders, so we really enjoy watching the game and being around the people, the others customers that come who are the also regulars, and we know each other and we say hi and greet one another and get excited and everything. Well, this one particular day, I got there. I got to our spot before she did, and I'm sitting where we normally sit at the bar. I am set up. Our bartender, who knows us and knows our order, she already had everything laid out in our same seats because she knew that's what we do. Well, as I was sitting there waiting for my beloved friend, my beloved sister to show up, a white man who I had seen there before on a few other occasions. I never engaged with him because as much as I'm a absorber of energy, I'm also a reader of energy. And I, after 56 plus years of being with Dina and knowing me and knowing my essence and knowing my giftings and all of that, I was like, nah, he was not someone I wanted to engage with. I picked up on his energy. Well, in any case, that particular day, he comes and I'm sitting, and to the right of me is the seat where my sis will be sitting. And that seat to the right of her seat, he sat down, had his legs across the seat that she would be sitting in once she came up. And he tells the bartender, he says, hey, he's like, can you, what's going to be on this television? So the big TV that was right there, she said the game. And he said, great. He said on one of the other TVs, and this place has lots of TVs. It's a sports bar. That's what you come for. He said, asked her, he said, hey, can you on one of the other TVs turn, and I forgot what channel. And he said, because I want to see they're televising the Charlie Kirk memorial. So she looked at him, and the bartender is a white female. And she was like, I have to, basically check on that. And he's like, yeah, he said, put it on. He's like, and if anyone has anything to say about it, he said, well, just fuck them. Now I'm sitting here. I'm looking at my phone because I was doing that before he came up. I was just perusing through, checking emails, messages, whatever, while I was waiting for my sis. And I wasn't going to order till she got there. I had my drink, which that day I think I was drinking sweet tea. And so I'm sitting there just looking at my phone, and obviously I can hear him because he is sitting there and his leg is across the chair. So his feet are literally, like 12 inches from me. And I'm thinking, dude, really? And so, I'm just looking. I said, okay, here we go. And he said that. And I thought, wow. And now, Dina, hello. I've been this way all my life. And I will continue to be this way. I speak and I speak up when something needs to be said. So when he said to the bartender, he said, yeah, if anybody has a problem with it, he said, well, just fuck them. When he said that, I literally said to him, so you're saying fuck me because I have a problem with that. And he's like, oh. He's like, he's like, it's just that. And I said, he's like, now he wants to talk to me and try to tell me as a black woman why I should not be offended by that. So the bartender, she said, well, if this is going to be a problem, she's like, I definitely have to get approval. And so he now wants to flex. Really? And he says, well, he's like, let's just ask the manager. He's like, who's here today? And he started naming the 4 managers that rotate. And the bartender said whichever one was there that day. He's like, okay. And she was serving drinks. So he was like, I'll be back. He gets up. He walks around. He walks past the bar to go to where the offices are, where the management offices are. So I said to the bartender, I said, he's going to the manager's office. She said, which way did he go? I told her which way he went. She's like, oh boy. Well, he comes out gloating, smiling. And he's like, I got some good news and I got some bad news. He said, the good news is, we're going to be able to see the game and the memorial service. He said, the bad news is, you're not going to like that. So me, again, being who I am, I literally didn't even look at him. I didn't address him because, see, I'm not doing stupid. Honey, I am not doing stupid. And so I looked at the bartender and I called her by name. And I said, when you get an opportunity, could you have your manager come up? She said, sure. She finished serving her drink. She went, got the manager. She didn't hesitate. Manager comes out. She comes over. I talked to the manager. Now he's over here doing this. I'm not hearing it because I'm not addressing you. I'm not even looking your way because, again, I'm not doing stupid. Okay? I looked at the manager. I shared with her what had been said. And I also shared with her that this was not the place to bring politics on TV, especially being that you have patrons, customers in here who look like me, who are spending their money here, and even the ones who are non-melanated, who feel the same way about that particular individual and the memorial service being played in a sports bar. The manager, she said, you know what? I don't know all the ins and outs. She's like, but I am not going to play something if it's going to be political. I said, that is going to be highly political. I said, and you're going to have some feelings up in here. So he's still, oh, that's just fake news. Oh, that's just, he's like, you liberals. Now, you don't know me. You haven't even met me. And you just yelling out that same old tired jargon. Oh, you liberals, fake news. It's like, dude, again, I never looked his way. I wasn't giving in to anything stupid. I told the manager, I said, you hear him? I don't hear him. We're talking. She shut it down. She said, we're not playing it. And he got so pissed off. Like fuming. Like, oh, you're not going to play it. Well, blah, blah, blah. Well, most of the people that come up in here are conservatives. Most of the people. Really, dude? Really? Really? Weren't you just gloating and skipping your ass back over here because you thought, yay, I've got this? So she told him, we're not playing it. Not playing it again. He had some words. He said a bunch of stuff. By this time, my sister is walking up and she's walking up, get ready to get in her seat. And she's like, oh, hey. And I said, I said, come here, come on this side of me. She's like, what's going on? I said, just come stand on this side and everything. Cause we're now in the heat of this exchange with the manager telling him and he's getting upset. So she was like, what's going on? I said, I'll tell you in a minute. So when the manager finished, he got so mad that he decided to leave. He said, and this is what he said to me. He's like, that's fine. You won this one. I'm like, dude, I don't know who the hell you are. We are fighting. That's your stupid ass. That ain't got nothing to do with me. All I'm going to do is watch my game in peace, eat my food in peace, enjoy the folks around here. So my sister was like, oh, what's all that? So he left. He stormed out, left. My sister sat down. I updated her and she was like, oh my gosh. She's like, remember when we met him? She's like, you didn't have anything to say to him. And she said, I was the one talking to him. I said, yeah, because I read his energy. I said, She's like, you did say that. And so then we found out, that's how he is. That's how he is. And there were other things about him that, again, just solidified that he was stupid. Yeah. So he left.